Hey, good morning, everybody. Um, I am having some serious technical difficulty, and I don't know if it's because my computer needs an update or what, but my camera's not working. Hey, James, my camera's not working on my computer. My ebook for our live today is on my phone and not my computer. And so I don't know how this is going to work today because I need the book in order to speak to the live. And anyway, it's crazy. So it's going to be kind of a little crazy today. I'm going to see if I can figure out if I'm able to still stay on camera and read the excerpts from the book from my phone, or I don't even know. I don't even know. Um, and I tried to, because I purchased my book through my Apple app, um, I tried to email it to myself so that I could look at it on my computer, but that's not working either. So I'm so confused. Problems of the technology um, challenged. Okay, so let's start our day with our morning prayer, and and then we'll just go from there. I mean, if this doesn't work, then we might have to just cut it short today until I can figure out how to get my stuff working, or just use another computer. I don't even know. All right, so our morning prayer is, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Pick me up, Lord, and hold me in your loving arms. Protect me from the pressures of the day. Remove the heaviness from my heart. Inspire me with the knowledge that you and I together can handle anything. In Jesus' name, amen. Which was a very appropriate prayer because I'm having some technical difficulty this morning. Because I'm so happy that you joined. But I really would like you to. Why can't I get you to engage? I really want you to type something in here because I know you have an opinion. I know you have an opinion of what it is that we're talking about. I just do. Um, Good morning, Dee Dee. I'm having some technical difficulty today. I was trying to use the camera on my computer, and the camera's not working on my computer, so I have to do it from my phone. So I was going to transfer the book to my computer so I could look at it through my email, but because I purchased the book on Apple and my computer's not a Mac, I can't open the book. So I have no idea what's going on. So I'm going to be doing some flipping back and forth here um, on my phone to see if I can, look at stuff and you guys can still see me. So um, I need to test something really quick. I'm getting ready to go pull up the book. Tell me whether you can still see me on camera when I flip to the book. Okay? Just tell me. Hold on a second. Okay, let me know what you saw during that time. Could you guys see me still while I was reading, while I was looking at the book? I'll wait. Trying to figure out this technical difficulty here. I froze. Damn it. Okay. All right. Does anyone have the book right now? Does anyone have it? This really kind of sucks today. Well, we might just have to talk about something else today. Um, because I need to figure out my computer issue. and I need to read the excerpts from the book in order for us to discuss it because I didn't do any pre-reading last night. I know. Now I have to think. Now I have to think of a topic to talk about. Okay. All right. So let's talk about. Well, okay. I have a couple things. Let's do announcements first. Um, I have talked to Rob, the financial planner, and we have a meeting on Thursday. I sent him a preview of our live talks, and he was really intrigued by it. He says he loves the concept. He's excited to be on one of our live talks. So we're gonna talk on Thursday about what the platform looks like, and then hopefully after my meeting with him on Thursday, I will have a date and a time as to when we're going to do this workshop. I did receive questions from Dee Dee. Thank you very much. I know Dee Dee wants to come to the to the workshop, but I'd like to know if anybody else is interested as well. So, please just let me know if you have an interest, and then also send me your questions about financial planning. Could be anything. Just send me your questions so I can put those in the queue and we can have a good conversation. Good morning, Lacey. Thanks for joining. So because we can't talk about the book today, I am going to talk about my son and the emotions that I'm feeling right now about him leaving for college. Okay, as you guys know, and chime in, we'll just have a discussion about that feeling of loss when send your kid off, to do their own thing and be independent, because right now I am I'm having some, I don't know. I went through this with Imani when she left. I cried for weeks on end. I and they were not just tears of sadness, or emptiness, but also tears of joy, you know, um, just knowing that you've done what you could to, prepare them for their next steps in life. And you just hope and pray that, all the things that you've instilled in them, they they hold close to them, and they not just make you proud, but make themselves proud, and they begin to realize, that everything that you've done and all the work that you've put into raising them well, pays off, and it just becomes a very emotional time. I remember as a kid, and it's so different for parents than it is for the kids, because I'll be honest with you. I, when I left home for the first time, I'm just trying to prop up my phone here, guys. When I left home for the first time, I was so happy to leave. I was so looking forward to my independence and doing my own thing, and I couldn't wait to leave. Not because I didn't love my parents, and you know and I wasn't going to miss them, but because it was just such a new, I don't know. I, even when I think about even when I think about it to this day, like the feeling I had I had a vision in my mind, and that vision was just an open road. It was an open road, you know? So I almost felt like I had this huge sense of freedom, to explore and dream big and, just be who I wanted to be and mold and shape my own life. That's really how I felt. And I know, that I was raised by my grandparents. And I know that, when I sent my first kid off, to go, explore the world, i.e., taking them to college and, having that experience, I, for the first time, felt what my parents felt when I left for the first time. And it's not a good feeling. It is, but it isn't. It's like bittersweet, right? It's bittersweet. And you're happy for them, but you're sad at the same time. I remember walking past Imani's room. The linen closet is right next to her bedroom. And I'd do laundry and put, towels and stuff away in the linen closet. And I'd look over to her room and it would be empty. And the tears would just start flowing down my face. Like they're getting ready to do right now. Getting ready to cry right now. And it was, gosh, it was just, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. I don't even know. I don't even know. But anyway, it's all getting ready to start all over again with my son. And he's so excited. He's so excited. And I'm so excited for him, but he's my only son. Anyway, let me read some comments so I can get myself together. Dee Dee says, that's your baby and you want to be able to control what he is about to embark upon. Make things right. Run things smooth. You have did the best you could, and he will use the tools that you gave him. We will continue to pray for him and for you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. And Tommy's a good, oh my God, he is an amazing, all my kids are amazing. And we as parents, we all think our kids are amazing, right? We all think that they're amazing, and they all are in their own special way. But he's a special kid, and it's just been like over the last year, especially like with what's happening with COVID and stuff. Like I have just seen, like he has matured and grown right before my eyes. It's the things that he says, the things that he does, his gestures, we were coming back from Lissy's tournament, and he came up to watch his sister play. We were in Richmond this past weekend, and on the way back, he says to his dad, he's like, Dad, what are you doing later on today? And Matt says, nothing, we're probably just, hanging out by the pool. We got done a little early, came back, and he says, oh, because I, just wanted to know if you wanted to go out and play some golf today. And you guys know this, when kids are younger, they normally do whatever they can to spend time with anybody but you as parents. They go off with their friends. They're never home. Tommy has a girlfriend, so they're, he's constantly, hanging out with his girlfriend and their friends, and they're doing all kinds of stuff, down at the beach, just doing fun stuff, enjoying their life, which is what we want them to do. And it made me feel so good that he said, Dad, I want to spend some quality time with you. Like, that even brought tears to my eyes, you know? And then we stopped at Williamsburg because Tommy, I mean, he'll probably get like a ton of gear and stuff, once, because he's going to be playing baseball for Radford. And, they take care of their athletes. So he'll probably be getting a ton of stuff. But, Matt wanted him to have a good pair of sunglasses, because he'll probably be an outfielder. And he needs, a good pair of glasses. And we weren't sure what he would get when he got to school. So we stopped. And, money's kind of tight for us because, I had lost a significant amount of pay due to COVID, just started another job. My personal business, my self-employment business isn't making any money right now. So, we still have to pay for, you know, tuition, whatever wasn't covered by his scholarships, and we have to buy dorm stuff, and and then same thing with Imani. Imani has an apartment. She's staying off campus. We have rent, that we have to pay every single month for her, in addition to everything else. You guys know the whole drill, when you got kids going off to college. And so they stop at Williamsburg, and Matt says, I'm going to get you these sunglasses. And so I didn't go into the stores at the at the outlet, because I know me, and I would have wanted to buy stuff, and I know that we're on a budget, and my funds are limited, and I have to spend whatever money I do have, on getting the kids back to school and the travel, because we're going to Radford, dropping Tommy off on August 1st, and then we'll be in South Carolina, because Lissy has a tournament in South Carolina. Then, I know I'm getting all off tangent, but there's a point to this story. So we're going to South Carolina. Then from South Carolina, we're driving to Radford to drop Tommy off, get him moved into his dorm and everything. And then straight from Radford, we're driving, 19 hours to Missouri to get Imani moved into her place and, back to school and all of that. We're in the process of buying Imani a new car, because she totaled her car in the winter, got into a pretty bad car accident. Not used to driving in the snow in Missouri. And so anyway, I just thank God that she's okay. But she totaled her car, so we're also buying Imani a new car. Not a new car, but, another pre-owned vehicle. And so we got all this stuff going on. So anyway, just give you an idea of what my financial situation is right at the moment. And yes, schools are open, Dee Dee. And so, well, their schools are, not all schools, but yes, the colleges are open. We don't know what their baseball season, softball season is going to be like just yet. But yeah, they're open. They're scheduled to start on time. So anyway, we got all this stuff going on, and money is not an issue, but we're on a budget right now, just so we can afford to do what we need to do for our kids. And so when you go to the outlets, of course, everything's on sale, and it's everything you've always wanted, and now it's at a reasonable price, and you want to, buy it. And so I knew that that's what the deal was going to be. So I was like, you guys go into the Oakley store. We're here for a reason, to go to the Oakley store and, get Tommy a pair of sunglasses. Matt needed replacement lenses for his Oakleys. So, I said, you guys go ahead and do that. I'm going to sit in the car in the AC and just chill while you guys go in there. So I'm, following up on my emails, just doing busy work, sitting in the car. And um, they're in there for like an hour, you know, and they come out and they've got a few bags. And I was like, so what'd you get? So Matt got Tommy these beautiful, if you saw the pictures that I posted just recently with them going out to play golf, Tommy was wearing his new sunglasses, his new Oakley sunglasses. They're like state of the art. They got, I don't know, some kind of crazy vision stuff going on with the lenses and everything. I mean, they're awesome. But anyway, so Matt got him those, and then I guess there was a shirt or a couple of shirts in there that Matt really liked, and he was like, "No, I'm not going to get them because." We're on a mission. We only want to buy what we need to buy so we can make sure the kids have everything that they need. And so Tommy, my son, my beautiful baby boy, he's been working this past summer, like hustling, doing some DoorDash and, doing some lawn work and stuff like that. He's been able to save quite a bit of money, At one point in time, he, after bills were paid, he had more money in his bank account than I did. So, anyway, he buys his dad. He's like, "Dad, you want the shirt?" And, Matt's like, "Oh, they're telling me this story. No, I'll just, it'll be another time. We've got other things that are more important." So Tommy buys his dad the shirts that he wanted, He just picks them up and he purchases them. And then he hands his dad the bag. And I know that's just like a little, minor thing, but for an 18-year-old kid who has never really had to work because we've done everything for our children, and you know how when kids get money, they're selfish. They love to spend your money, but they're really selfish with their own, and that's what we expect, So the reason why it touched me so much is because Tommy was just bought the shirts for his dad. And I just, little stuff like this when your kids are getting ready to go away, I don't know. They just make me cry. I'm like a bottomless waterfall, I guess, of tears. And Dee Dee says, look what you did. Came from a small town, raised your kids and family, always on the go. And know that you have been blessed beyond measures. As I have family, kids, career. Believe it or not, you are living the dream. Kids are amazing. Look at who the parents are. Thank you, Dee Dee. Yes. A lot of the listeners, on this live are my family members, so they know, what my, I'm not going to say my struggle, but what my life, was like, where I come from, and that, they know, where I was and where I am. And yeah, I have accomplished some things in my life, but it's hard work. And the reason I do these lives and I have this business that I'm, trying to really get off the ground is because I know how hard it is to, how to pull yourself, out of, a place where you don't want to be in your life, and do better and be better and want better, want more for your children than what you had for yourself, and my parents did the very best that they could, you guys know Graham, and Daddy, bless his soul, rest in peace. But they did what they could with what they had, and it was my responsibility to take what they gave me and do more for myself, and my children. And I took those tools that were given to me, and I did that. And I don't take credit for that. I give that to, you know, my grandmother and my dad, and and my mom, for the part that she's played in my life. Um so I took all of those gifts and skills and tools, that were given to me, and I just applied them. I did what I was supposed to do, what my parents expected me to do, and that's what I want for my son and my daughter, for them to do the same thing. You know, just take the tools that we've given you and do better, be better. Lacey says, sounds like you guys raised him right. We have. We have. This is amazing. Dee Dee says, this is amazing for him to think nothing of buying his dad that shirt that comes from you. I didn't mean to have you guys crying. Good gosh, I'm sorry. I don't even, it's the emotion. This is real. This is so real. This is what every parent feels when they're sending their kids off. I was talking to my friend Monica the other day online. She or through email. Text message. I'm sorry. She used to be on quite a bit, but her work schedule is a little crazy, so she hasn't been able to be on. And she just sent her son off to the Marine Corps. And I'm sure. I mean, I'm doing this on camera, but I'm sure she was boo-hooing too. Because that woman has been through some stuff. Some serious stuff. And for her son to graduate and become a man and go off to the Marine Corps, especially in times when our country is in so much uncertainty, kudos to her, for the wonderful job that she's done with her children, all 5 of them. And she has 2 kids that are autistic, but Dee Dee says he'll be home before you know it. I know. And the great thing is that even though I hate that drive up to Radford, it's 5.5 hours, but it's 5.5 hours through the mountains, which I don't like that drive, but you can bet that I will be up there as much as I possibly can, especially because I have a job that allows me to work remotely, so I can work from anywhere. So if he needs something, you can bet I'll be on that road up there, the same as I was for Imani. But anyway, so I went into this roundabout story about just the things that you when your kids are growing up, and they do things that make you proud. Lacey, I live in Virginia Beach. And Radford is like towards the western part of Virginia. It's like in the mountains. And then Imani's going out to Missouri, where she's a student athlete in Missouri. She plays softball for the University of Missouri. And she's going to be a senior in college this year. Gosh, crazy. And she and I actually were just talking over the weekend because, it's time to start thinking about what you're going to do after after college. These kids, all they know is sports. That's how we raised them. Baseball, softball. 2 of my 3 children have Division I scholarships, and are gonna, are playing at the highest level. Imani playing in the SEC, Tommy playing in the Big South. You know, Lissy getting some looks right now. We just put out a highlight video for her, and D1 schools can't start talking to the recruits until I believe it's September of their junior year. So our hope, based on how Lissy's been playing this past summer, and she's been doing good. Oh my gosh, home runs and doubles, she's killing it right now. Our hope is that, some D1s will be knocking on her door come September. That's our hope, you know. Of course, our goal is, we want her to to go to Missouri and follow Imani's footsteps, but who knows? Um, it's all about what the need is and the talent level, and those girls at Mizzou, they got some talent. We keep telling Liz, you got to work hard, girl. You got to work hard. Got to work hard. But Dee Dee says she can be an athletic coach or director. She's moving in that direction. So here's kind of the thing. Like we were talking about, because softball has been her life, sports has been her life, and so, but communications is her major. So we were like, just thinking about, how do you cross-reference the two? And so we were thinking about maybe, like you said, Dee Dee, like operations, the operations side of sports. So she's doing some checking with some people. She's got some connections because she's been playing softball on at the D1 level for 3 years now, going on her 4th year. And so she's made some connections over time, her coach, or, people in the industry, people that she's played with, student athletes that she's played with who are now coaches in that arena. So she's reaching out to her connections to see, what the possibilities are. She's exploring different, options. What do I want to do? How do I, what are the responsibilities of this type of job or in this industry? And, so we're doing the legwork for that now. And, hopefully by the time she graduates, she'll have something lined up, but she has a great circle of influence and a great, support system. She really does. So that's pretty awesome. But anyway, it's bittersweet right now. It's bittersweet, you know. I still cry every time Imani leaves, I still cry after every visit. I know, because Tommy is, I love all my children. I love all my children equally. But your son, a mother, the bond that a mother and her son have, Dee Dee, you know this, you have sons, is, it's different. It's different. It's different. And, it's emotional. It is so emotional. So, anyway, look, maybe it was necessary for, it is a different kind of love, Dee Dee, God has a way of just making things happen. I mean, there's a reason why we weren't talking about Reflections of a Man today, Watch tomorrow, my camera be working just fine. It was necessary, I guess, for me to talk about these things. So that's what's happening in my world, emotionally, financially. I just got tons of stuff going on. This week is the week for me to get all, Tommy's stuff together, get him packed up. And, we leave, like I said, August 1st to take him to school and get them all moved in. And then we'll be headed right out to Missouri right after that, and all the while I'll be working, because I just started this new full-time job, and I can't take any time off. So, I'm going to be working from the road. Hey, JC, good morning. Good morning, sweetie. Um, so yeah, we're doing it. We're on the move, making it happen, doing what we got to do. Um, just, it's just a crazy time. It's a crazy, crazy time for everything, Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? Gosh, I don't know. I just spilled out everything that's happening in my life right now. Um, and I've never been in a space on this live ever where I've run out of things to talk about or to say. But I guess my brain is in this fog right now because of everything that's going on in my life. What do you guys have going on? What do you guys have going on? What's happening? Let's take the focus off of me and talk about you. Anything good happening in y'all's, in your worlds? Anything good? I'm drinking, by the way, my ginger tea again in my mug. What's happening? Yeah. Dee Dee says when you get home from dropping the two of them off, come home and start their care packages. Yeah. And believe it or not, Dee, I've already started doing some stuff. What I did for Imani when she left the first time is I created this little box for her. It's called, you guys probably heard of it. It's called an open when box. And what you do, I got like a bunch of stationery cards and envelopes, and I put they were titled open when, OPEN, when dot dot dot, and then you put like a certain thing. So open when you're feeling lonely, open when you need money, open when you miss family, open when, so you get the gist of it. And so, what I would do is, inside the little cards, let's just say open when, you need money. I would put, some money in the envelope for her. Open when you are missing home. I would, spray like, either my cologne or my perfume or Matt's cologne or whatever on the card, and or put like the little scented candles from this would be a great idea for those of you who do pink zebra, a great idea for that, because they have the little sprinkles, and so if people are using those at home, you can put the little sprinkles inside the envelope, and open when you miss home, and then you have the scent of home, there. So I did something like that with Imani. When she hit her first home run, open when you hit your first home run. I had like, confetti, congratulations, and, a little gift in there for her. So just all kinds of things. So I put that little box together and I sent it to school with her. And it had, for the entire, there were enough cards in there to last her the entire first year. In fact, I don't even think she's opened all of the cards that I gave her. She still has the box. And when she was feeling, lonely, or, in a space where she was missing home, she would open one of those letters. And she loved it. Like, she would be sending me pictures of the card and the, whichever one she opened, and, she'd just be excited. And she didn't have to really wait for the mail because she took it with her. And I said, now you only open these when you need them, So she got, my friend Sandra bought her this big trunk to put all of her private, stuff in, because you're in the dorms, and she needed a private space to keep locks. So the trunk was really a great gift, and she'd keep the box in there. And then when she was having a day where she missed, oh, pink zebra, Lacey, cool. Yes, that's a great idea. I mean, something you could probably market. My mom does pink zebra too. Um, but that's something that you can, market to people. Mom, if you're listening on the replay, that'd be a great idea, a nice little sales pitch for your clients. But, they would, when they were feeling lonely or whatever, or she was feeling lonely, she'd have it. So I'm putting together a box like that for my son as well. And what else? I haven't even, we haven't begun to go like shopping for the dorm yet, because we just found out his room assignment, and we didn't know like what the rooms were going to look like, whether they were having loft beds or regular beds, or, what we need, so we just got that information this week. So I'll be going to Walmart and Dollar Tree and, all the little stores, and picking up, some of the essentials for him. And then we'll do the big shopping when we get there, so we don't have to cart all of that stuff, because we will be, when we get on the road to start traveling, we will have 3 vehicles. Tommy will be driving his vehicle, Imani will be driving her vehicle, and Matt and I will be driving our vehicle. And the kids are going to have their cars at school, and then once we get them all settled, we'll drive back. But yeah, lots of stuff happening. Lots of stuff happening. And I'm going to miss my 2. And then, I mean, Liz is going to be the only, Liz is going to be, I don't even know what Liz is. Yeah, lots of gas. Dee Dee. This thing is expensive, getting your kids off to school. Like, people just do not realize. That's what, like, when I say, we're on a budget, like, we literally are trying not to spend any money at all. And because the money's going to be spent in the travel, we got hotels that we need to stay in. Like, when we go to Imani's, we just all kind of cram into her room, because she has this big 2-story townhouse, and it has 4 bedrooms in it. The bedrooms, they rent the other bedrooms, but her little area in the house, every bedroom has its own bathroom and walk-in closet. Like, it's freaking huge. So we all just sleep on the floor in a room to save on hotel, and it's only for a couple of days, and they have a huge eat-in kitchen, downstairs. So I go to the grocery store, I cook meals, we have family style dinners and stuff. And, she's equipped with everything. So I have everything I need there, to cook, pots, pans, spices, whatever. I kind of hooked up her whole kitchen. So, yeah, I'll send you the addresses. They would love to hear from you. They would love it. Because it just, it's helpful, because they do really, I mean, in spite of all the newness and the excitement and everything, the kids do get lonely, and they do appreciate, people thinking of them. I know, like, during exam week when Imani was at Hofstra, because she transferred from Hofstra to Missouri, she was just having a really tough time, like, trying to balance her exams and softball and, and everything. She had a few injuries, Imani's dealt with, concussions, several concussions over time. So, she still suffers from very bad migraine headaches and stuff like that. And her uncle actually, during exam time, during study time, and for you moms who do have new, children getting ready to go off to college, this is also kind of a great thing to do as well. Like, during exam times, her uncle like called her and said, what are your favorite places to eat, and so her uncle had food delivered to her in her room, her dorm room, so that she didn't have to go out and get food, or even have to worry about it. He just delivered food to her during exam week so she could study and eat and she didn't have to worry about anything, which she was so appreciative of. She's like, "Oh my gosh." So it's like the little things like that you don't even think of, that are so helpful to them, because it's hard. It is so hard. I feel like I was going to school all over again too. Imani would call me, and she'd need help, with a paper that she was doing, or whatever, and she'd need to talk things through. She'd need, me to edit it, proofread it. I'm reading 10, 12 page papers at midnight, because she's got to, get it in the very next day. And, I was in school too, all over again. Her grades were my grades. I'm like, what did we get on the, you know, on the paper for diversity? What was our grade? Our grade. So, um, yeah, it's tough, um, the job doesn't end once they leave, you know. You still got them. You still got them. You still worry for them. They're when they're playing travel, softball and baseball. As the mom, you can mend their wounds and get them to the doctor if they break something or they strain something, and you can be that doctor for them. But when they're up there, they got trainers, and they got you. You can't. When Imani got a concussion when she was at Hofstra, she could not come home. She could not come home. She had to stay there. And she was out of school for 2 weeks, the whole concussion protocol. And she was by herself. She couldn't read, she couldn't write, she couldn't, no brain stimulation at all. So she was just basically stuck in her room. They didn't even want her to be on the telephone, and it was miserable for her, but she couldn't come home. And, so not only was she in pain, I was in pain too, because as a mother, you want to be there for your child, you know. Guess what I did? I packed up and went and, stayed in her dorm with her for a week, and worked from her college dorm so I could, be there with her, you know. Do what we got to do. But it's tough, man. It's tough. Anyway, I don't even know what time it is, guys, but I probably need to get going. I'm working on a training facilitation that's due by the end of the week, and it's been a beast. So I've been working like 16-hour days for the last 2.5 weeks. It was like my second assignment of this new job, and it's brutal. So I got to get going, but hopefully I'll get these technical issues taken care of and we can get back to um, Reflections of a Man. This week will be the final week that we do that, and I'm going to have Matt on at some point this week. I don't know when, but he's going to give us his take on Reflections of a Man. So that one you will want to tune in for. I don't know what day it's going to be yet, because he hasn't decided what day he's going to be able to join us. But that'll be one you want to tune in for, because Matt's pretty comical when it comes to stuff like this. So it'll be a fun one. Anyway, thank you guys for being my shoulder today. Thank you for enduring my tears today. I didn't mean to, cry on you. I'm sorry. But I appreciate, the listen. Thanks everybody so much. Dee Dee says, I love you and I can't wait for Matt. I love you too, Dee Dee. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna like it. He's a nut. He really is. Anyway, guys, you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much, and I will chat with you soon. All right, tomorrow. Uh, hopefully 8 o'clock, but it might be 8:15. All right. Later, guys. Take care.